Hi, this is Garvey Campbell, and you are watching Carnival 24. Coming up, Mexico celebrates Caribbean culture at the Caribbean Culture Festival. Elephant Man's new tune, Find It, has shot to the top of the BBC Radio 1 Extra chart. Carib Beer may be opening up and operating a new plant on the island of Antigua. The British Virgin Islands BVI Food Fair has been enjoyed by visitors across the Caribbean. And finally, we have an update about Dominica. Keep watching, we hope you enjoy this week's show. Make sure you like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and if you'd like to see next week's new show today, then make sure you follow us on our YouTube channels by subscribing to Carnival Network and Carnival 24, and click on the little bell icon to make sure you don't miss any of our shows in future. Also, we'd like to highlight one of the Facebook groups who've been helping us to share our news. UHUK stands for United Haitians in the United Kingdom, and their page is run by an organised group of Haitians and friends of Haiti living in the UK, committed to educating Haiti's children. They're working towards rebuilding a school that was destroyed in Haiti through fundraising events and corporate and individual donations. They also look to celebrate their rich Haitian culture throughout the UK, so check them out and support their cause if you can, as they're actively supporting Haiti, and we support anyone who supports improving the Caribbean. And now, on with the show. In Mexico, the 7th Caribbean Culture Festival took place in Quintana Roo, otherwise known as the Mexican Caribbean. Quintana Roo is the only state in the Mexican Republic that shares the Caribbean basin, and as such it celebrates its relationship with the Caribbean through the annual festival. This year, Belize was named as the guest country of the festival, with events taking place at several venues throughout the Yucatan Peninsula, including Cozumel, Cancun, Nicolas Bravo and Chetumal, with celebrations that included music, dance, visual and performing arts, cuisine, literature and film exhibitions, as well as cultural conferences. Prior to the event, the director of the Institute of Culture and Arts of the state of Quintana Roo, Jacqueline Estrada Peña, announced that the festival would also see participation from Cuba, Colombia, Honduras and Guatemala. The main objectives of the Caribbean Culture Festival are to protect and celebrate the artistic and cultural manifestations that have Caribbean influences, establish cultural ties and rapport with the countries that make up the Caribbean region, strengthen cultural and academic exchange for knowledge and recognition of the regional identity, and forge a national leadership of the region based on respect, cooperation and solidarity. Quintana Roo shares its cultural influences from its Mayan history and the Caribbean region, and as such the state also celebrates Carnival before Lent at the beginning of the year, along with many of the islands within the Caribbean region. The event was a massive success enjoyed by all and left many people who attended the event looking forward to the year 2020 for the next one. Elephant Man's song Find It rose to the top of BBC Radio 1 Extra DJ Shawnee B's music charts last week. Shawnee B posted a message of congratulations to Elephant Man on social media, whom he said had not only hit the #1 spot in the top of top shellers on the show last week, but that Find It had also been added to the BBC 1 Extras playlist for daytime rotation. Elephant Man's new track Find It, produced by Downtown Entertainment, sent a clear message to remind the dancehall community of the individuals who paved the way in the dancehall sector, with an epic scene within the music video where he paid his respects to Louis Ox Rankin, aka Teddy Bruckshot. In the video, Elephant Man leads a squad of mainly young men and a few women dressed in black after making the following announcement. He says, "There's no unity in dancehall, there's no fun no more. There was once a time when Mr. Wacky gave us Sesame Street, and legend has it that there's a city where dancing is like magic. We need to get dancehall back to the place where it's supposed to be." Now, while the proclamation was humorous, fans did express agreement with the points raised by Elephant Man in the video's intro, and said the upcoming artists whose music videos are rather uncreative have a lot to learn. Fans were also really impressed with the concept and the quality of the video, which can now be found on YouTube, with one fan saying, "This is no cheap video that they're making now, this is a real video." Carib Beer might be coming soon to the island of Antigua. Carib Brewery, headquartered in Trinidad and Tobago and one of the leading breweries in the Caribbean, is planning an own production in Antigua and Barbuda. The local cabinet announced it's entered into negotiations and met last week with the regional brewery to discuss building a local production on the island. If this goes ahead, this will be a welcome economic injection for the island, as Carib is already operating in some capacity in several CARICOM countries and will be slated to produce more than 60,000 cases of brewed drinks for consumption and export through this 5th brewery, if permission is granted. These products have already been established in major Caribbean markets and in Florida, where the United States plant provides products for the Caribbean diaspora in the United States, and the Carib Beer brand is well recognised in the Caribbean, within and outside of the region. Since Trinidad and Tobago is a member of the Organisation of Eastern Caribbean States, Carib sees a huge potential for trade with the 10 member states spread across the Eastern Caribbean. For those unfamiliar with the work carried out by the OECS, as an organisation they work as an intergovernmental organisation dedicated to economic harmonisation and integration, protection of human and legal rights, and the encouragement of good governance between countries and territories in the Eastern Caribbean. Carib has partnerships with international companies such as Heineken International BV, Diageo, Molson Coors, and Ginseng Up Corporation. As a result, Heineken, Guinness Stout, Coors Light, Ginseng Up, and Smirnoff Ice are part of Carib's production portfolio. However, the types and brands of beverages which will be produced at the new brewery are still not decided. In the British Virgin Islands, the month of November was a month of festivals, fun, and fresh food during the BVI Food Fair. The event, launched in October and held during the month of November, capitalises on talented chefs and delicious natural food that's available on the island. Music, entertainment and performances were all enjoyed in the various islands within the BVI, with each one offering specific events centred around dishes that include specific fresh ingredients. These include the Joss Pork and More Festival on the island of Joss Van Dyke, the Anegada Lobster Festival that took place on the island of the same name, the Cooper Island Rum Festival, and an event called Fish and Cocktails on the island of Tortola. Digicel sponsored this year's event, providing free Wi-Fi and hosting booths at locations on Tortola, Joss Van Dyke and Anegada, offering a variety of special offers including a free 30-day subscription to D-Music, a Samsung J2 sale, a spin to win top-up promotion, and free promotional items for BVI Food Fair patrons. While the event was largely enjoyable, there were some issues with advertising and transportation on the islands, and concerns were raised by some business owners who felt that the advertising of the events could have been done better, and also that while transportation had improved, more needed to be done to maximise the potential for visitors to attend the events. This issue was also echoed by some patrons who felt that the transportation between the various restaurants on Anegada for the Lobster Festival could have been better. However, this said, the overall feedback from the event was overwhelmingly positive, with feedback making it clear that the BVI Food Fair is definitely heading in the right direction. Due to the work that we do with tourism boards, we know that these issues are ones that often affect similar Caribbean festivals. The solutions are earlier planning backed up with careful implementation, working more closely with local businesses and larger budgets for marketing. This will ensure that business owners know what's happening and how they can capitalise on it. And it will also ensure that the visitors are more likely to have a seamless, unbroken experience. This can be challenging for destinations in the Caribbean. However, in order to ensure that visitors enjoy a consistent, positive experience, these are issues that do need to be resolved, as it's the best way to ensure that they'll come back next year and also tell their friends to join them. And finally, we have an announcement for individuals who are considering going to Dominica. We seem to be in a time of huge political and social unrest, whether it's Brexit, the Yellow Jackets in France, the protests in Hong Kong, or the current disputes over the impeachment of Donald Trump in the USA. And unfortunately, this trend has come to the island of Dominica. At the time of recording this, there's been pockets of political unrest on the island due to a dispute over the election process between the two political parties on Dominica. Currently, we've received reports that the village of Salisbury and Marigot have had the most fiery protests, requiring the regional security system to step in to restore order. As a result, flights and cruise ships to the island have been cancelled, and this has affected local businesses that rely upon tourism, such as the sale of food and provision of accommodation. And reports of roads being blocked in some areas have also affected local transportation on the island. It's currently estimated that this has had a negative impact on tourism revenues to the amount of approximately 350 million EC dollars, as the tourism sector is closely linked to the agricultural sectors on the island. At the time of recording this, the people of Dominica are currently voting for who will lead in the near future, and we're unaware of what the response will be from either side depending upon who wins the election. Much of the political unrest has attracted international attention due to a recent documentary by Al Jazeera that outlines the current situation in Dominica. Hopefully by the time you're watching this, things will have settled down, and if you're interested in further information on what's happening in Dominica, we suggest doing a quick search on YouTube for Dominica elections. Also, if you'd like to see the Al Jazeera documentary for yourself to make up your own mind, search for Al Jazeera Diplomats for sale and let us know your thoughts in the comment section of this video. So, those are our news stories for this week, and this week's tune of the week is Scrap Iron by Leon Caldero, originally from the island of Trinidad and Tobago, and currently living in Orlando, Florida. He's a veteran music artist with over 20 years of experience, known for his soca and parang music, nominated for Male Soca Artist of the Year, and can be seen in performances alongside his latest band, 868. We love this song, and we know you will too. This is Garvey Campbell, and you have been watching Carnival 24. We'll see you next time.
I am Leon Caldero from Cantaro with me Quattro. Yo, right about now I want to big up Carnevale Network TV, right? Wishing each and every one of you a Merry Christmas. Scrap iron, all battery buying. Peace. Vamos. Well, yes, Randa. This is your boy Leon Caldero, alongside the one and only Optimus. Yeah. When you hear me and Optimus come together, you must know it's Christmas time again. Seriously, listen. I woke up Christmas morning, relaxing in the bed. In Patnadico Martin, megaphone in the head. Cause I thought I was dreaming, and I think that was dread. I heard a voice repeating, and this is what it said. Scrap iron, old battery buying. Scrap iron, old battery buying. The people living next door, hold back their curtain. Bring out a rusty old saw to get a bargain. Scrap iron, old battery buying. Scrap iron, old battery buying. Scrap iron, old battery buying. Oh gosh, man, didn't I break the man? It's Christmas morning.